evening and welcome back to the TheStoneRanger. Wednesday night again, ready for doing some more carving. So tonight I'm going to be carving the second one of Graham's knots he drew for us, kindly drew for us actually. So the first one I carved, you can see it here in the background. We've recently just carved this, you probably saw it if you've been following the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's yeah, I've been carving this over the last couple of days. It's been enjoyable, really nice. So a couple of things to mention before I go. Just noticed, look at the size of that whopping thing on my forehead, which is handy because I'm going to a wedding tomorrow, so that's nice. And second thing, I've always got my Starbucks cup. I wonder if they'd like to sponsor the channel. That'd be really good. So yeah, I'm going to carve the second knot. So I'll spin you straight round. I'll put my safety specs on, and we'll start doing a bit of carving. And we'll have a chat. I hope everyone's had a good week. There we go. You have to let me know what you've all been up to this week. Like I said, I'm at a wedding tomorrow, which is quite exciting. So no work for me tomorrow. And the wedding's not till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, is it? It's a nice steady morning tomorrow. So I couldn't make my mind up which knot design to go for. And out of the three, we've done did the first one, and out of the two what are left, this is the one I've gone for. And make sure you say hello in the chat. Let us know what you've been up to, if you've been working on any projects. I've been doing some work on a footpath with a school group today, which has been nice. Got a little bit of time in the office to catch up on some emails. I had to write an article about dry stone walling to send off to, well, you've probably all heard of Tarmac. Tarmac regular volunteer with me, and we put stuff in there. Quarterly newsletter, and because I've been in this role for a year now, it'd be nice to give them a little bit of story about some of the dry stone walling groups we take out. So Graham put a message on the photos of the knots earlier. I said I'll be carving one of these two, saying you're carving another one. I thought I was only going to carve one. Well, I marked them out. I put the stone for all three, and I marked them out for all three. And I plan on carving all three. And I'm going to be building a new workshop later in the year, and I plan on having them in the on the wall in the new workshop, as well as lots of other stuff. So these knots, Graham's come up with the designs himself, which is nice. So they're all hand drawn, and then I've just used the drawings to directly put them onto the stone, so they're exactly the same. Notice faces in stones on. I was going to got an email to reply, but I wanted to ask you in the Peak District a stone called the Winky Man. it's as you drive past it, his eye moves and it winks at you. Because obviously that's your type of thing. You should have a look at that.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely think you should have a look at that. Truth be told, I probably shouldn't be carving tonight because obviously, like I said, I've got a wedding tomorrow and I should be getting stuff ready, but because it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought I've got loads of time. So we had a really good response to the last knot. Everyone seemed to like it. Like the way it came out. I also, any of you that are watching, I forget what night it was, might be Sunday night. I just did a 40-minute carving, just tidying up that design, the Pass It Forward project. You know, the ones with the open house and all the lines coming off of it. I was just tidying it and I just thought I'd try it on a different angle on my workbench, laid flat, not talking. I was just listening to my music in the background, my headphones, and just neating it up, just tidying it up. And I just wonder what everyone's opinion of that was. Just quite relaxing, just working away. You know, last time I moved all this outer material for the first half an hour of the live, 40 minutes. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to move enough just to start popping this out. Lesson learned, can do that off camera. Just going to move enough so we can work on it. I've not been reading the comments as yet. I will do in a minute. I'll just working my way through. But like I was saying last Wednesday, if there's any regulars on, Brian for example, Liam, Graham, anyone who can answer any of the questions, Kevin, for me as we're going along, that'll be handy. I know Brian does that quite a bit, which is nice. I know Brian's been working on a dry stone wall recently, and I'm surprised he's not sent a picture in actually to the channel to share with everybody. You've seen his work before. You've seen the mushrooms I put on once. They were from him. This white nylon hammer I'm using here, I noticed promoted on the Southern Stone website, or it might be their Facebook page, do these in all different colours. I've never owned a different colour one. Evening, Graham. Another one of your fine drawings coming to life. Exciting news about the Chesterfield carving that I did. It's yeah, the raffle's nearly finished. I'm up to nearly £600. Tell you what, it's an awkward angle to hold a chisel when you've got a camera in the way like that. Okay, grab another hammer. So yeah, just quickly went round the outside there. There wasn't too much technique involved, it was just working the outside of the line just to move a bit of material. Especially on this side, it's really difficult to get around the camera, but we'll get in there. Each week or each time we do a live carving session, we learn a little. Don't forget to hit that like button. It's not the easiest thing to find, the like button, the thumbs up button. So I think you have to go on the screen and you have to click top corner. I think there's a couple of dots in the top corner, I think. Someone explained to me last week. And on there you should get the option to like the video. That just helps me out in the sense of YouTube thinks I'm doing a good job, which will then try and promote the channel to other places. And what YouTube like, they like growth. And we want people to stumble across a channel who want to get involved. More people on the channel, in the community, the better. Makes it a nice place to be on a Wednesday night. now Graham and Brian are on, they can give me some feedback. So, do you think there's a place for? When I was carving the other night and it was just quiet, and I was just carving away, listening to my music in my AirPods, just neatening that project up on my bench. I know they were both there because I read the comments afterwards, and Graham said he's still doing that project. It's a labour of love, and Brian put, I think he's just neatening it up now. So I've been asked to carve a Great Dane next week. I'm not sure if I've got time to prep it for next week, but so at some point I'll have to do it. They want to trade me a Great Dane carving on a piece of slate to for a 2-night stay in North Yorkshire. So it'd be rude not to give it a try. So when I said a minute ago about hitting the like button so other people can find the channel, in the comments exactly what I mean. So you're going to just get new members, or new subscribers should I say, and they're all going to chat to each other like Graham and Brian are now when other people join in. That's the type of thing we want, and without us hitting the like button, YouTube won't make the channel available, or it's harder. So we like to reward a channel by doing well, by promoting it in places so it can do even better. And also there's 170 odd videos on there now on the channel. Some lovely comments on how people have found them really useful, helpful. So they must be doing alright if people are watching them daily to get advice on bits and bobs, especially the walling ones. Carving your own house signs, very popular. Got a little bit of holiday to use up at work, and I'm planning on doing a couple of videos from that. Carving left to right from the beginning, picking your stone at your local quarry or garden centre or reclamation yard, simply marking it out, carving your own sign there. Make sure I drink my tea. Just going to move a bigger chisel round quickly on the outside. Just to give myself a little bit more space. Yeah, I don't want to move all this outer material. Not like we did last time, just enough for me to work on. Should move a bit of that material in the middle. Just looking down at a couple of the comments coming through. So Brian says he doesn't personally like it when it was just silent and me working away. He likes it when trying to answer the comments. Him and Graham having a chat about dry stone walling. I'm sure I've missed some along the way. Feel a little bit bad that I've not made a wedding present for my sister tomorrow out of the stone, but nothing really jumped out to do. I've been so busy with work and wanted to do these, so it's just not got round to that. I think we should add a weekly segment in to the carving live where we can talk about what we've had for our tea or what we're going to have for our tea, because I've not eaten my tea yet. So I was on this Teams online meeting, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So I'm having my tea once I've finished this, which means I'm hungry. So I'm thinking about food quite early on. We've only been live for half an hour. So I had for my tea, I had for my dinner, I'm going to have for my tea some scrambled eggs, but I had for my dinner, I had some beef bone ramen. Oh, it was lovely with some extra spice. It was really, really tasty. Rabbit stew, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Give my sister the oven on. No, I'm keeping that for myself. That's going on the workshop wall. Any advance on rabbit stew? And what Brian's at? If I can get you a little better angle on this. Let's try that. You've seen some of Brian's mushrooms, Graham. You've seen on the community tab. I put some pictures of them on there once. What it says in. Lost the feed then. Are we back up and running? That doesn't happen very often. Hopefully we're back up and running. Yeah, should be good now. You have to let me know if we're all good. Yeah, so we're having a trainee at work to work alongside me majority of the time. And it's so it's a ranger trainee. And it's not bad money. There's a few perks to it for a trainee role. It's but it's been really popular. So I've had over 100 people apply for this trainee role, which is a lot of people. Poor old Pete I work with, he's got to sift through all the applicants. So that's his job. I think he doesn't even close for another week. So I tried to think how many it goes up to. Someone from the Wildlife Trust was saying it's not uncommon. Sorry, a piece of stone has just flew past my glasses and gone in my eye. They were saying it's not uncommon for them to get 200 applicants for a training role. I really wouldn't want to have to go through that many applications forms, not with the work you've got on as well. So I sat in on this Teams meeting. It was a question and answer for anyone who's applying for the role. If you had any questions, a little bit more information. So they're hoping to have someone in this role by April. Excited. What will he learn? Well, it could be anyone, I suppose. I'm not sure of all the correct pronouns now. But what they will learn is I'm hoping to get them a level 1 dry-stone walling qualification, which will be nice. We'll get a qualification in using the driving with a trailer, off the 4x4 certificate, chainsaw, a strimmer, brush cutter, all different bits like that. And then there'll also be lots about conservation. That's my job really. It's we'll be working with lots of school groups, lots of probation groups, some additional needs groups, individuals from all different areas around the country, corporates, and we'll be planting trees, hedge laying, like I say, walling, fencing, rights of way work, wicket gates, fitting gates, and let's have a think about it. The better off looking through it through my seasonally if I went through it. Invasive species control. Do quite a bit of that at certain times of year. Himalayan balsam, piri-piri, Japanese knotweed, ragwort. Rhododendron. cutting back wildflower meadows. We've been doing that a bit recently, time of year before the birds start nesting. We'll also go out and work a little bit with the health and wellbeing groups, because it's getting more and more in my role that I'm working with health and wellbeing, and getting a lot of people coming from organisations like Mind Over Mountains, which is a mental health charity, or they're getting prescribed from their GP, so green space therapy, which is really nice. And then I work with the engagement rangers. Junior rangers. So they're going to learn a lot over the whole organisation, and it's for a 12-month period. Someone was asking what happens at the end of the 12 months. No, actually, no. At the moment. Hopefully a role will become available for them to move into. So we went to view a new house. I've told you on here before, we're planning on moving house this year. We went to view a couple, and workshop space definitely on there. I wonder what it'd be like having a carving area in a cellar, but outside would be better. But now I'm here. Workshop space is definitely on there as I'm looking around these properties. We're not far off trying to put a bit of curve into this nut. Not worrying about the leaf too much at the minute. Just getting it ready to start curving the nut. Should we go from here? I know we've had a little bit of sun every now and again poke through in the Peak District this week or so. I'm looking forward to two things. I'm looking forward to going metal detecting, and I'm looking forward to going fishing. A friend at work said to me yesterday, he came marching into the office and said, "When are we going fishing?" Problem is, my wife's quite busy at the minute. Concentrating, being quiet. Little bit of curve on that there. Hopefully you can see it through. Brian says it's starting to look good. Has anybody got any tips for when they're viewing houses, buying houses? Any tips on what I should look out for? Apart from looking for a workshop space. Find that brush. See this 10mm chisel there? So all I'm doing is just knocking the corners off and then just rolling it. And it's just that wrist action again. It's just rolling it around. You don't want to take chunks out of it, but you want to give it that, I'd call the pebble feel. So it's round, it's soft to touch. It's a pleasing effect on the eye when it's all round. It's soft. And then the other projects I've been working on, like everything to be crisp and perfect, straight lines. Time is it? 5 to 8. Anybody watching the football? Might be able to keep you posted on the score. Starting to come together. It's not really popped into life, this one yet. I'm not sure if that's because I've not done anything with these leaves, or if I've not gone up, if I've not gone around them borders just to give it that bit extra. It's not really popped into life, has it? I'm not sure why that is yet. So I've made a decision on the next project. So I'm meant to be doing this Great Dane, but I've made a decision and I'm going to be doing the Henderson's Relish next. Just been thinking about it now, a moment of silence to myself. I think it's definitely the Great Dane next. I'm really looking forward to that one. There's lots of lettering in there, and lettering is my favourite thing to do, and I might even do it on the other workbench so you're above me looking down. I think that could be quite nice. It'll make it easier for me with the angle, with all the little bits of lettering, to be able to spin the project to get to the right angles. Plus it's nice to try something new. Quickly see what Ray's there. I'm drinking, swigging my coffee. Was that hard chiselling to make a line to work back to? Making the centre deeper. No, it's. I don't think it's. So I think if I'm right, you're on about moving these pieces out. If I've read that right. No, it wasn't difficult at all. It's. I suppose that's the same as carving the middle of your letter. So you're going around the outside and then moving it. I think that's how I've read that. I'm not sure if that's right or not. But it's nice to have you on, Ray, watching. Definitely just going to sharpen up that chisel for this bit. Don't forget, if you can, it would be a massive help if you could hit the thumbs up button. We've only managed to get 3 so far. It's not the easiest thing to find. Somebody pointed out last week very kindly that you have to click on. I'm going to try and do it at the same time to show you, so I can talk myself through it. But you have to click on there. Oh, you can. There's 2 ways you can do it. So you clicked on, and it's on the main screen where the comments, when you're off the comments, or in the top corners should be some little dots. If you click on them, then it should give you the option to press the thumbs up. And like I say, it's great because doing that, makes YouTube promote the channel a little bit, and then new people are going to find it. We'll get new people in the comments, new people asking questions. We'll try and help new people out. And it's just nice to grow the community with new people. We've got lots of really exciting jobs coming up. I need to do some of the trades, like I was on earlier about the Great Dane. I've had to kind of put the trade thing on the back burner a little bit. I might have mentioned this before, but I'll tell you again, is that I've got no interest in selling the projects. So I like the trade. So I put this thing out on social media saying, anyone who would trade, here's a few of the bits and bobs that I do. Anybody wants to trade, get in contact, tell me what you want, and we can work out a trade. Some people have offered cheese and wine and some gin chucked in there, stay in North Yorkshire, which was really nice, and I was expecting to do like 5 or 6 a year. Well, I got inundated with requests, and then people sending me messages saying, oh, you're back in business, can you do me this? And so, can you do me this? Can you chance you can make me one of these? And I have to kind of just, I don't find it that easy to say no anyway, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to just be able to do a few nice little jobs. A few nice little jobs for people. Me enjoy carving them, we'll have a little trade. And if there wasn't any to do, that's fine. I've got lots of projects I want to do for myself. But it became so popular within hours that I just had to just put it on the back burner for a little bit, because I don't want people, I don't want to do that. That's the bit what takes the fun out of it. I like the relaxed approach to it. I like carving these of Graham's. Next week I'm going to have the Henderson's Relish one on the bench, which is going to take a couple of weeks to carve, which is nice. We might put one on here at the same time as one on the other bench. And that's kind of how I want to do it in my own time. If I've got an hour here and I've got an hour there, that's perfect. No score in the Forest game as yet. It's right. YouTube normally do that thing on at least once on a carving session where it promotes it to loads and loads of people, and you can have 100 people all watching at one time. It's not done that tonight. But it is about quality rather than the quantity. I tried to work out a few years ago when I was running the business. We used to use Google Analytics for the website, and we got pretty good at it with all the keywords and getting them on the landing page, and we got the drop-off rate really good and what they were doing once they were on the landing page. And just with Brian saying now, I wonder if the football's affecting the numbers. It's so complicated working out Google and YouTube, all their analytics is so complicated that even if you get 10% to understanding it, they change it. They change the rules. You can put the slightest thing wrong in your description and it changes it. I know that I did posts. Some posts you thought, right, you put a lot of time and you put a lot of effort into this one, thinking, right, this one's going to be great, and it goes nowhere. And then you can do the next one, and it goes crazy, and you think, well, I've not put anywhere near as much time and effort into that. For example, I made a YouTube short, and I spent ages making it. This YouTube short about dry stone wall in all different angles, bits and bobs in there everywhere. And I think it got like 2,000 views. And then I made another one of me dressing a piece of stone with very, very little effort on a rainy day one day. And it's up to nearly 200,000 views. So you can never tell. Kind of stopped worrying about it over the years. See, I don't want these to be as aggressive in the bottom as I've done in the past on different projects. So I'm just holding that chisel, and I'm kind of, that's not hitting the stone there, so I'm controlling it when it hits the stone about there. So I'm using my wrist and my hand as a bit of suspension. It's taking away them blows out of it, so I'm controlling so I can speed it up. And then controlling how much is hitting the stone, so I get a nice little effect. Rather than too aggressive. Thinking about what Brian said again there, is wonder if the football's affecting the views. There's still 4 people watching, not like that one time I told you all before about me carving away for 20-30 minutes with one person viewing, and it was another phone I had running at the time when I first started, and I was talking to myself. half an hour carving, thinking still somebody watching. I best keep at it. I'm really new to this. I best keep talking. It was just myself watching. Oh, it's a chisel past the line. I think I understand that now, right? So I'm chiseling past the line rather than inside of the line, like we normally would. So I'm going to the outside of it. Okay, well, yeah. If that's I think I understand now. So instead of going inside like we normally would, like default setting carving the letters, we're going the opposite way, and we're moving the material and making it pop up. Do I find that hard? Every now and again you kind of stop and check yourself. I've got used to it over the years, but if I'm doing something really detailed, like a knot what's got loads of detail on, you kind of stop and check yourself, yeah. Yeah, I think I've got that right now. For a pencil. It'd be nice to have moved all this material. I think you definitely get that popping effect more. I just thought it might be nicer for all of you, so making a good old racket. Do you know what? I'm just going to look back at the other one. I'm trying to try and keep it very simple. It's not working, something's not right there. Something's not right there. I'm not happy with that at all. That's not worked. Let's have a look. No, it's not worked. What we're going to do then is take that down there. Let's see what that says. Let's try and move it to there. So I just read that comment back from Bryce. So I think yeah, I've got it now. So I'm putting a deeper cut in here down this edge, and then I can move up to it to break it away. That makes sense. So yeah, if that's what you're asking, am I doing a deeper cut on the inside of here, or on the inside, using that internal wall to use as a guide, so you can do it really quick. Then I can go up to it, it breaks away. Right, so I've gone a little bit deeper with this, and I quite like it popping out from underneath. So I'll move these a bit deeper now then. Tell you one thing, I'm definitely looking forward to some food. I like to eat before I do this, just didn't have time tonight, but I am definitely looking forward to it. I'm going to sharpen that up. It's starting to come together. It's popping a little bit. To be honest, I could still do this. I could imagine put like a curve in here so that it's high there and then curves down under. A lot deeper than that. Would that work? How would that look? So I think, well, I'm going to have to now, but I like the idea of this. just going to use that Turk pen just to... So I think that will be, with a bit of work, will be better like this. It'll drop in there. You can't see it very well on the camera actually. Yeah, I think that's going to work like that. I quite like it. So I've run over many a time doing this carving. I'm meant to finish it at 9. And because I've got a wedding tomorrow, I think tonight will be the night. I might do it, go early, make up a bit of that time. But we'll see, I've got a little bit, yeah, I like the idea of finishing this one. This leaf, yeah. But Brian's definitely right. Something's affected the numbers tonight. It's I don't know if it's, well, I can't see it being the football. I mean, we get such a big audience in America. It's just not hit the right algorithm tonight. But I'm glad it's starting to make a little bit of sense, right? And I'm sorry that I didn't quite get that there. I didn't make it any easier for you. I'm probably going to put that down to lack of food. One thing I would say though about carving, Ray, is when you're doing it, there's no right or wrong. Just if it suits you and you get what you want at the end of it, then that's good. Find the style what suits you, or technique what suits your style maybe. It's fairly windy tonight. I like that they've got different depths there. Oops. Sharpen this pencil and read that comment. So Brian suggested, before I finish tonight, I show Ray moving the material, possibly on the one from last week. Well, I'll show him a bit of both. I can show on this one here, I can also show on the one from last week. So this is not the nicest carving I've ever done. It's the design's lovely. It's I don't feel I've executed it that well tonight. I'll be going back to some lettering next week. Just I've got one more knot to do, but we'll give it a break so not everyone's watching the same thing each week. So yeah, I don't feel like I've executed that exactly how I wanted, but it's a nice knot. When the material's moved on the outside, it'll change it again, and then I'll a bit more depth. So the outside, moving some material. So what I'd do, this is for Ray. So I've got this outside line, which was very simple. It was basically go down the outside and just mark it on, and all I do is go around the outside. Oh, that's a terrible start on that. So I go around the outside marking to give myself that nice, like we would with the lettering. Imagine we were carving it, so I want to be holding my chisel about what, 1 o'clock, could be 1:30, depending on the angle. So 1 o'clock, and I go around all the outside there. You could use both hammers. Yeah, so, and once you've gone around the outside, pick your weapon of choice, your chisel of choice. I go for this 10mm here, and then I rest it against what I'm going for. I'd move some material. So my chisel's gone from the outside line of about 1 1:10 to now, maybe it's like 2:30, like 2:30, and I'm up and down, up and down. Somebody asked me the other day how I'm not breaking the stone if it's only about 40mm thick with the chisel. Well, it's about this angle on the chisel holding it, so I can go a bit steeper to start off, and then once I'm under the stone and I want to move it, to chip it away, I can drop it down, or I can go back up and back down. And controlling how I want to hit the hammer, so if I'm away from the outside line, I can give it the closer I get it, and I can change the angle of the chisel, and I can change the way I'm swinging that hammer. So I'd move that around and I'd come back in. A bit more there. Once you've got the carving, you can run against it. Makes your life really easy. Just keep working it, moving backwards and forwards. Change the angle. My thumb is very close to the top, and that pressure on that thumb is really holding it. Like I spoke about before, you want the pressure on the bottom of your finger here, and then your thumb at the top, and I'm controlling it all with that. The bit in the middle can be fairly loose as it can be, to see you holding the chisel and you give it a good old belt with a hammer. So I've moved some material. I could trade size of the chisel if I wanted to move some more. And then I could go back down to that 6mm. Put that line back in and really try and make it pop a little. I'm starting to get a bit of depth on there. Hopefully, Ray, this is helping. And I'm just using the edge of this carving now to work my way around. So potentially we can have what, 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels, 4 different levels we'd have here by the time we're finished. And then you're going to just repeat the process of working this in, and then when I'm at that, about there, then I pick up a different chisel again, the one we've had already tonight, right at the back, the point, and then I could use that to flatten it off, to make a consistent level. I actually think this hammer's better for this. And once you've done all that all over, you can just run that over and just take the tops off it. Hopefully that makes sense. And I will get the one from last week. And you can see this way around. you can see by moving that outside material how it's made the knot pop out. It's got that border on. So I will do the same thing on this one. I just didn't want to move all this outside material this week because it was such a noisy, dusty job for that first 45 minutes. I didn't think everyone would appreciate that. Yeah, that's the... So that's where we'll end up. That's where we will end up at the end of it. Fingers crossed that's helped you out. Shovel I need again. So yeah, I'd go around the outside with it all now. That's the next stage really. Not got the angle right on that. Almost time for me. Said I would be going in a bit early, but it's 5 to already. So I'll try and shoot up a little bit early. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed that. We've not had the biggest audience in the world there. So I'll just, for the last little bit, I'll just bring it in and show you where we're getting to. As I clean it. Something wrong with my stand, camera stand. It's not holding position. So I've made a bit of progress there. We're getting there. It's yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Like I say, it's not the biggest audience in the world, but it is about the quality, not the quantity, like I said earlier. So right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to get ready for this wedding tomorrow, and I will see you all next time we've got a live. Thanks for watching.